Hello, everybody. Naughty Nana does. How you doing? Good, I hope. Well, I just finished up a story, and I thought I'd get it out to you today about Ron Mussolini DeSantis down there in Florida. Trump calls him meatball. Well, I know he's got like 6 generations of Italians behind him, but he's more like Mussolini than he is anybody in a democratic society. Just saying. So anyway, Ron DeSantis started this friggin' thing. He started an introduction on December 15th, 2021, the introduction of his anti-woke agenda. Well, he's passed it now, and woke to him means stop the wrongs to our kids and employees. What wrongs he's talking about? Don't have a goddamn clue. But before I start, just remember, when he was a member of the House of Representatives, he didn't pass one goddamn bill the whole time he was there. He did absolutely nothing to help the people in the state of Florida. And you know what? He's still doing nothing. He's too worried about woke agendas and stuff like that to do anything about all the crumbling infrastructure and all the remember that building about a year ago that fell down? And the other one that they had to evacuate and everything else? He's doing nothing about infrastructure at all. Nothing. He was a little pissed that Joe Biden went down to help build that bridge and all that stuff. Didn't like that because he himself is doing nothing for the people of Florida. Just saying. So anyway, let's get into this fascist, shall we? The definition of fascism is a far right-wing authoritarian political regime or movement characterized by extreme nationalism and centralized autocracy. Gee, sound like anybody you know? So anyway, he is a fascist and doesn't have the meatballs to say it out loud. Instead, he sneaks his ideology under the guise of the Republican ideology, which in turn is the big vicious circle because it comes back to fascism. Just saying. Now, he fashions laws and enforces them by using force and intimidation. Ask any teacher or librarian in the state if they're afraid to teach, or afraid or intimidated to teach a history class, or by having a class library. Teachers have emptied out their class libraries because they're afraid that they might be charged for having books written by maybe a gay author. That's all it takes in Florida. So anyway, kids can't have libraries. They have huge curiosities. When they're done their work, usually they can go to the class library and read something that tickles their funny bone, so to speak. So anyway, Rotten Ronnie has established a cult personality in that the leader is presented in a positive manner and commands the sole authority of the state. He has put police agencies on notice to prosecute anyone who insists on being woke, i.e. teachers are being persecuted and prosecuted for doing their jobs. The state attorney, Andrew Warren, was punished and subsequently fired for giving a political speech on abortion and how it's against the Constitution. Yeah, he's still trying to get his job back. He's not done the fight, though, so hang with him. Hopefully he gets there. So then he set out to denounce, he set out not to denounce the white nationalists and neo-Nazis, but instead he speaks directly to them from afar so that he doesn't get any of their dirt on them, so by being up close and personal. Now, he does this by passing laws like parental rights in the education bill. That's the Don't Say Gay bill. That's what that is. It sounds benign, right? Parents' rights in education. Everybody wants to make sure their kids do well in school. But what it says is classroom instruction by school personnel, i.e. teachers or third parties, on sexual orientation or gender identity may not occur in grades K through third grade, or in a manner that is not age-appropriate or developmentally appropriate for students in accordance with state standards. There we go, the state, right? So if you have 2 mommies, you can't mention that to the kids in the class. That's not happening. You got 2 daddies? Oh, Jesus, don't be telling people that. Get in trouble for that one. Or how about if you're a queer teacher and you just happen to mention if you're male that you went to Disneyland with your husband? Oh, Jesus. Get fired for that and probably prosecuted because that's what he's trying to do now. Now, Ron Mussolini DeSantis, Ron Mussolini DeSatan says teaching kids that they can be whatever they want to be was inappropriate for children. Imagine telling a kid that to be whatever you want to be is inappropriate. He said it's not something that's appropriate for any place, but especially not in Florida. You can't tell a kid that they can be anything they want to be? How disgusting is that? And he counts on urban and rural divide, like where there's immigrants and higher crime. He has special police for that, just hired them. He promises state restoration of anti-wokeism by humiliating leftists, liberal thinkers, LGBTQ+, and women that speak out against him to take over the media, cultural institutions, and schools. And he's doing it one at a time. Now, he's building his momentum or his agenda by focusing on populations that are experiencing economic woes, either real or imagined. It doesn't matter to him. But he's capitalizing on the economic problems by shifting the blame away from him and how shitty he's actually running the state of Florida to others like immigrants at the southern border. His southern border would probably be goddamn Cuba. That's about the closest country to the southern border of his state. The Democrats, and making them the scapegoats. He redirects that swelling anger that he's generating towards these groups by building a huge propaganda machine. And that's what they're doing on the daily. RNC states the January 6th insurrection was a legitimate political discourse. Yeah, keep telling yourself that. And then they went ahead and censored Cheney and Kinzinger because they wanted to find out how it happened and why. Now, fascism, don't be swayed, is a right-wing ideology. It really is. Now, I just want you to think about what I said and insert any MAGA Republican name in there, because they're all doing it. I just want to say that I got my information from the Encyclopedia Britannica. Well-known institution. That's all I'm saying. At least I'm reading stuff and finding out where it's coming from. But anyway, Naughty Nana loves you. If you liked the video, give us a thumbs up. If you like your family and friends, share it with them. And leave me a comment. Oh yes, and most important, punch that subscribe button. I really appreciate it. I love hearing from you. Naughty Nana loves you. Be good to you. Mwah. Take care.